Are we live? I think we are. Are we live? Let's see. I think we are, people. Yes, we are. Loud and clear. What is going on, people? You know, let me tell you, man. It's been a long road to recovery. It's been a long road, man. Your boy feels amazing. You can hear it in my voice. I feel great. And before we get into this game of news, I'm going to hit y'all with this intro, man. It's good to be back home. That's all I got to say, man. It's literally good to be back home. Love you guys. Woo-wee. What is up, people? What is going on? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? It has been a minute. Hang on a second. There we go. It has been a minute, man. Let me tell you. Your boy is nervous, man. Let me tell you, because I've been out of the game, so to speak. I'm just gonna put this on here as a loop. That's fine. Anyway, what's up with everybody? How you guys doing? Let me check the chat. For some reason, my damn pop-up chat is not working in the, what's the name? So maybe I hit refresh, it'll come up. Let's see. Will it pop up then? Okay, never mind. It's there now. All right, so who we got up in this chat, man? Who we got up in here? Let me go at the bottom. Or let me start from the top, sorry, and work my way down. Briar Reels, what's up, brother? What's up, Don? What's up, Muck Reimer? What's up, Gamer94? Hurricane in the building. What's up? Harley, what's up? Snake Doctor, my man. What's good, bro? Sean, what's up, brother? Good to see you. What's up in here? We got Parco Tech. We got the Coon up in here. What up? We got Merc305. Hey, yo, Merc. I would love for you to jump in here if you want, brother. I definitely want to touch upon one particular thing, especially for Sony. I think you could add a little bit more context to it if you can. That's if you can. What's up, Thompson? What's up, brother? What's up, George? What's up in here? Dribble! What's up? We got Juan Castillo. What up? Samurai, Alexander, salute. We in here. The power of metal. Hey, salute. That's somebody new. Let me go ahead and get this shameless plug out the way. Shout out to my channel members. They're across the board right there at the bottom. If you guys want to become a channel member for the channel, it's literally $1. If you guys want to support the channel on a monthly basis, shout out to everybody who is a channel member. I appreciate you guys. I will have the emotes and everything ready for you guys. Hopefully this week, I got to reach out to what's the name? I forgot to get that set up. Mostly because I was dealing with COVID and my mom, so I didn't get a chance to set that up for you guys. But it will be coming hopefully this week. So you guys will have all that stuff at your disposal. I didn't forget. I definitely did not forget. Lobo, what's up? I can sign this as COVID-19 survivor. You know, it's funny about that COVID-19 situation. I've been dealing with like symptoms of it for about 3 months, if that actually makes sense. I've been like in and out of it when it comes to me being sick. I don't know if you guys remember, I say it a few times, like I'll be like feeling down. I wasn't feeling so good during videos. I had symptoms going into it. The biggest symptom that kind of gave it away is when I was breathing through my nose and my nose started to burn. And they said that was a symptom. So when we went to go get tested, ironically, I didn't even go get tested for COVID. I went to go get checked for my foot. My foot was swollen. And then they tested my blood, you know, because it was infected. My foot was infected. And they was testing my blood. And when they tested my blood, they was like, yo, they started noticing some stuff, like from my liver and stuff like that. And they was like, yeah, are you sure you don't have COVID? And then they gave me the COVID test, and that's when it was confirmed that I did have COVID-19. Let me tell you, man, COVID-19, I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish that on nobody on this planet, not even my worst enemy on some real. That's one of the worst feelings in the world. It's depressing. And overall, you just feel like shit. You really do. Constantly. It's bad. It's a bad feeling. But nonetheless, man, I wouldn't have got through this, though. I seriously wouldn't have got through it if I didn't have the support of you guys, man. You guys are phenomenal. I want to say shout out to all of you, especially here on the channel. I announced this on Twitter before I even announced it on the channel that I was going away. And the love has been overwhelming. So I wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, I love all of you. Everybody who supports your boy, everybody who comes through, watch the streams, hits that like button. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. I wouldn't be the YouTuber that I am without you. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you. I've been here for 3 years, and just seeing that type of impact that I've had on a lot of people's lives, where I just mean that much to a lot of you, that really is humbling. So thank you. I really am happy. I'm really great to be back. And yeah, it's about to be going down. So, Lokita, what's up? Shout out to Lokita, what's up? Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're definitely going to talk about it. I think we're warmed up about it. Yeah, I think we're warmed up just about for this show, man. I think we're warmed up. Let's go ahead and get into this, man. Hit that like button. Go ahead and share it out. We got more people that need to hear this because this is a big deal. Because I had this conversation with you guys prior. And granted, I kind of threw it out there as like a possibility type of scenario when we first started to talk about what Sony could do in the future. Remember how I said it's a whole new Sony, right? Whole new team. I guess you could say two guys are not new. They've been there for a while. But I'm saying, especially Jim Ryan. Jim Ryan's been there as long as Sean Layden. But I'm saying, in terms of the new blood perspective, there is a lot of new blood over there at PlayStation. And they're moving in ways that are different than what we traditionally seen of them. And I said it loud. I said it live on the channel. It wouldn't surprise me if Sony went the route of Gamepass and have a Gamepass type of moniker. Now, with the situation at hand, I don't know if y'all heard about this, but Sony is shutting down PSN for PS3, Vita, and PSP. Now, granted, it's not really the PSN. I'm pretty sure it's the store. It's the PSN store for those three things. Now, for those of you that gamed on the PlayStation 3, the PSP, and of course the Vita, you know that the PlayStation Store is a big, vital component of those devices. You see, when you download games, when you purchase games, you don't have a library section. You see what I'm saying? Unless you have a big hard drive and you have these games like this, at the bottom of the folder, you don't really have a library section. So you can't really access those games anymore without the store. You need to go to the store and go to your download section to access those said games. And if they're removing the store, then that's terrible because you can't access your games anymore. Now, granted, this puts a bigger emphasis on physical, obviously, right? But it also opens your eyes to what can possibly happen if you go full digital. And here's the thing about that. I agree that all digital is not necessarily the way. As physical, you get benefits to physical. You can always have it with you at times. You can collect them. But the thing about this particular thing too, though, it always leads to issues in a sense, right? This is kind of going to lead to issues because digital, when they shut down the servers, and this goes for Gamepass, if they ever decide to do Gamepass, all those games are gone. That means that you would have to go back to the drawing board and buy those said games you want and all that jazz. And granted, Sony could do the same thing with PS Now. That's what I think honestly needs to happen. I think PS Now needs to go through a big revision. PS Now in its current state, I mean, it's cool. You got over 800 games, 700 games at your disposal. But last time I checked, 90% of those games you have to stream. Not everybody wants to stream a game. They rather download them. I would rather them have a big update for that store, change those to download, and find a way around the PlayStation 3 emulation. And granted, we talked about that with Hip Hop Gamer, did we not? How they were looking for the cloud to try to fix that situation. I don't know how they're going to do it, man, but that needs to seriously get fixed. We need to be able to download that entire library of games. Streaming them is just clearly not the way of going about it. It's just not. It's not the way. Microsoft's got xCloud and all that stuff. Cool, that's an option on the side. But Sony's looking at that as like a long-term solution to back and pat. And let me tell you right now, that's not the long-term solution. I would rather them be downloadable. People can buy them, download them right off the go. Hell, you see how fast PSN is as of late with the latest updates with PS5. Why not just update the store with PlayStation Now, update the app, and you'd be able to download the stuff as you're at work and you come home, you can play them. I don't see why that's not an option. I really don't. But this does put emphasis on Sony to definitely come out with a Game Pass moniker. I'm going to be honest with y'all. It really does put pressure on Sony. Now, are they going to do it? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Not yet, at least. But more than likely, Sony would take steps into that direction and make a Game Pass type situation. It would not surprise me at all. Not one bit if that was the way they go about it. And by the way, no pun intended when I said no bit. But I'm just saying that stuff would not surprise me at all. Things have been completely different. They're very different right now. And hell, look at the way they're operating right now too. They just with Haven Studios. Haven Studios is making a more than likely it's going to be a timed exclusive. I don't see that being exclusive all the way. The reason why, we said the same thing about Konami, right? Or I said Konami. Why do I keep saying Konami? We said the same thing about Kojima. And even with Kojima did not make that game exclusive. Kojima had the full rights to that game. That game went straight to whatever platform he wanted it to go. But Sony helped him out to help, fund the game and get it out there. This is probably the same situation for, whatever Haven's working on. Again, I'm all in for whatever, she's working on. Let me tell you why. I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan. Granted, I didn't buy Valhalla day one because I didn't really see no value in Valhalla. I'm gonna get that later on down the road. You know me. I'm gonna go play that eventually. But let me tell you, man, I'm all in for the most part. But the situation, man, it's definitely getting up there. It's changing. It's definitely changing. What's up, Eagles fan? What's up? TX Gamer in the building. What's up? What is up? PlayStation Forever. Thank you. I am definitely back. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. So, again, some people might be going, these are old games. These are old services, blah, blah, blah. The thing is, yeah, that's true. These are all old services on PlayStation 3 and PS3 and Vita, whatever, right? Sony's been good to support the servers, and I agree. They definitely been good to support PlayStation 3, Vita, and PSP. But the thing is, there are people who still game on those. I mean, if you're going to shut down the PlayStation Store for those 3 platforms, you might as well just shut down the whole servers for everybody online there, because let's face it, majority of the people on there are playing what? Like Call of Duty. They're playing, what else are they playing? What else are they playing over there in PS3? I don't even know. I don't even know what the top trending games on PS3 are. I remember it was Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty was one. What else are they playing over there? I can't even think of anything else they're playing. But I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. That service, man, that's like the lifeline right there. When you cut off the store, yeah, that's about a wrap there. Unless they're going to add like a library section and an update for those platforms. Those platforms are pretty much dead after that update come this summer. So for those of you that are on PS3, for those of you that's on Vita and PSP, it's time to leave, man. Come the summer. Unless you want to ride it out to the summer, download all the games you possibly can. But I'm telling you, after the summer, it's a wrap. That's pretty much it for PS3 and Vita and all of them. It's a done deal. And it sucks. Sucks to see it go like that, but who knows? He said, be prepared to spend 200 hours to get Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm no stranger to grinding. Shadow, what's up, my brother? Thank you. Impatient Fire in the building. Thank you. Yep, it's good to be back home. Good to be back. Dude, I don't want to pay monthly subscription for games. And that's the thing about that, too. So, yeah, I definitely see the scare there. You paying a monthly subscription just to play a said game. For example, $15, let's say $12, whatever, right? A month. For $12 a month, you get 30 days to try out, play whatever game that is you wanted to play. So if it was something that you really didn't want to pay $60 for, or in our case, $70, right? You get to play it, you go through it. If you liked it, you would pay another month just to play it again and go and keep going, right? If you exceed the 30 days. But here's the thing about most of us in the PlayStation community, and I think it's time for us to be upfront with a lot of stuff here. Most of us, when it comes to these exclusives, when we play them, after we done beating the main story, after we're done probably beating it like 2 times, what do we usually do in this community, people? Do we really still play those games, or do we move on to the next one? I don't know about y'all. I move on to the next one. Y'all know me. I platinum games. When I'm done with a game, I am officially done. I go through everything. I explore whatever it is. I go for this, that, and the third. I play through each particular section. You name it. And then when I'm done, I back out. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't play it no more. That's kind of the thing here. A lot of people don't play these games. They stop playing these games. They really don't. They don't play these games no more. So, I don't know, man. Jiu-Jitsu, what up? TX Gamer dropped a $5 super chat. Thank you, my brother. He says, glad to see and hear you doing all right, bro. COVID is no joke. Speaking from experience, and I hope your mom is okay. My mom is absolutely fine. Thank you very much for asking. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I like to revisit a good game. Here's the thing. I get that urge sometimes to go and play old games. Make no mistake about it. I get that urge, and I do it for certain times I do it. But for the vast majority of the games I play, like for example, Vampire, there's no way in hell I'm going back and playing Vampire. It's no way in hell I'm going back and playing that game. There's no way. There's no way in hell I'm going back to playing that. You know what I'm saying? Like there are games I just don't play. You don't play anymore after you're done beating it. Dead Space 2. I would be all over Dead Space 2 if there was still something else to do in the game. You know what I'm saying? Dead Space 2 is probably one of my favorite platinums that I have on my list. I would actually play through that again if I had more to do in the game, honestly. I would play through it again. But I don't, so therefore there's really no urge to go back and play. There's nothing. There's no redeeming factor unless I just want to experience it again. But there are benefits to it. Again, you can try games, so to speak, before you buy, and the option is still there if you want to buy it at whatever price it is. Or you can wait to a discount. I don't know. Do whatever you want to do at that point. But the options will be there. But I don't know, man. Sony needs to combat that $70 price tag. I know a lot of us are okay with paying $70 for said games. Until you start adding that stuff up and then you start seeing how much you're really paying and then you compare that to, let's say, Game Pass, right? The argument I would say is $118 a year. Is that about right? $120 a year, 118. Is that it for the argument I've been seeing for this whole Game Pass thing? So $118 a year to quote unquote rent the games or play the games. Okay. How much are we paying to own them, people? 2 games by itself for the PlayStation 5, they're $70. How much is that? That already exceeds Game Pass. See what I'm saying? That's 2 games that you owned. 2. And granted, a lot of people bought more than 2 games for PS5. You bought more than 2. Some people bought Destruction All-Stars at full price when it was $70. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. If we're talking about saving money, there are benefits to it. There are definitely benefits to it. Is it the right way? I mean, it depends on how you look at it. If you look at it from your perspective, like you, and how it benefits you as a consumer and your pocket, then it's going to be a good thing because you're saving money and you get to experience stuff. But if you're looking at it from the other perspective where it's, console war, you're going to be like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. I can't believe they're doing this. They're taking games away from me. And it's like, they're not. What is the main thing we've been talking about? Me especially. Y'all can put me on the spot right now in the comments section, especially my Xbox dudes. Y'all can put me on the spot. What is the main thing I've been asking for Microsoft to do before they started to do what they did now? I've asked Microsoft to compete. I've asked Microsoft to change. I've asked Microsoft to step up. Since then, they've been doing all the right moves. Even with Bethesda, they're building excitement again. People are looking at Xbox with excitement. They're looking at the platform with excitement. That's what I want. I'm going to tell you why I want that. That type of stuff benefits PlayStation as well, because it's going to put pressure on Sony to step up and step up their games. Let's face it. Yeah, the argument's still here. I'm not going to be that guy and be like, oh, we're not. Well, what about the argument that, there's no games? I agree. The wait till games, whatever, that whole wait till argument is still there. But you can't argue that the situation in terms of the argument has drastically changed. They have very competent studios now. They can definitely deliver games up there with the caliber of PlayStation. And on top of that, they got one of the biggest poster boys now, which is Doom. And a lot of people are hoping for a Doom and Halo crossover. Maybe they'll give you something like that in a future game. Who knows? But they have options here. This type of stuff builds excitement, again, and people will be excited for that type of stuff. DX Gamer on another 5. He says Microsoft building excitement for rent. Shut up, dog. But I'm saying, listen. We can joke about it all we want. We can joke about it, but we cannot deny that Microsoft is not looking good in the public image. For once, for a change, Microsoft is looking good in the public image. And this is good. It's good. I don't know how anybody would be upset about this. I don't know why anybody would try to downplay this. If this was PlayStation, I'm pretty sure a lot of us would be praising this type of stuff. If Sony bought Bethesda, let's keep it a buck. If Sony bought Bethesda, you don't think no PlayStation dude would be excited as Xbox are for this acquisition? Even if we quote unquote never bought a Bethesda game and you can check our trophies and we never played one. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a buck. These are good things. These are good things. Now, to, add to the situation here, I know a lot of people are talking about EVO because Sony bought EVO. That's right. Sony bought EVO Japan, the show or the tournament. Now, if you guys been paying attention to Sony's official, YouTube channel, they actually been doing a lot of tournaments and stuff like that on their channel. Mostly a lot of 1v1 type of scenarios playing Mortal Kombat. It's actually been a pretty cool, thing they've been doing. Now, I think, honestly, this might tie into an acquisition that they're looking to get into. More than likely, I would like to see a merger of them and Capcom. I think Capcom would benefit Sony a lot if they actually did this. I know there's reports going around that Microsoft's looking at another major publisher to buy. And me personally, I don't think it's Capcom. Some people think it's Capcom or it should be Capcom. I don't think Microsoft's going to buy Capcom. I think Microsoft's looking at either Sega or WB Games. I see those two as an option. When it comes to PlayStation, Capcom is like the most logical option for them. It just makes sense for them to go to Capcom. Seriously. I would rather them buy Capcom. Reason why? Street Fighter in the fighting game community has always been a big deal for PlayStation. It's always been huge in the PlayStation mindset, right? If Sony got Capcom and merged with Capcom, they can push the Capcom Cup, EVO, and all that stuff through Street Fighter. And also, if Sony wanted to do even more deals, they can go through Bandai Namco and get Tekken 7. WB, I'm not sure if WB goes to EVO. I'm not sure about that. I know they have their own separate thing, but you get what I'm saying. They have options here. I would actually be, I would be interested in that. I really would. More Let's Go, what up? Yeah, there you go. You get play exactly. Sony's smart about this. I see what Sony's doing. They're setting up some stuff here. And let me tell you, man, Capcom would be a perfect fit for them if they ever saw that game. So, Lobo Gaming says he came in 4th at EVO. You lie. That's lies. That's cap. Stop. Okay, so WB does go to EVO? Okay. I don't really follow the Mortal Kombat, so I didn't know. Okay, cool. So there you guys go. They will own that particular thing too. And also, another benefit of them owning EVO, all revenue, they get all revenue from the whole show as opposed to them putting in, supplying the PS5s and whatever to play these games. They get the full-fledged, they get pretty much reimbursed for everything at the show. So that's another big deal for EVO. Honestly, though, I'm actually okay with that. It's different. I know it's not a game studio everybody wanted, but it's not, it was a game changer for a lot of people. But I looked at it, I was like, that's a strategic play that maybe they'll look into Capcom. Maybe. Again, I could be completely wrong about that. And granted, this is a theory, what I'm saying here, but I'm saying, them buying Capcom or merging with Capcom, that would be interesting to see. Hell, even Bandai Namco would be interesting to see them actually partner with Sony or team with Sony. I don't know, man. But definitely things have changed. Things are changing, and it's a good thing. Change is good in this particular case. I know a lot of you guys were tired of hearing Xbox has no games. I know a lot of you were tired of hearing console war shenanigans, and here we are now. We're praising Microsoft for getting games, and that's good. It took them a long time. But we're here. We're getting results. Cool. Bring back PlayStation All-Stars. I don't think that's going to happen at all, honestly. You saw the issue with the first one. They don't even own the rights to half the roster. Well, not half the roster. They don't own the rights to like 3 key characters, if I remember correctly. They don't own the rights. Yeah, if I remember correctly, they don't own the rights because I don't even think Snake was in PlayStation All-Stars, was he? He wasn't in PlayStation All-Stars. Neither was there was no Snake wasn't in PlayStation All-Stars. You didn't have Crash in PlayStation All-Stars. You didn't have Spyro in PlayStation All-Stars. Who else wasn't in PlayStation All-Stars? So a lot of people missing. They were missing some key characters in there. Instead, they substituted for like Tekken characters. It was crazy. They need to ease up these acquisitions or there won't be any third-party studios left. See, that's the thing, though. That's what kind of Microsoft wants. A lot of people... Okay, so here's the thing. Slomo said this on Twitter, and he got attacked into oblivion. But this is basically what's happening with Microsoft, right? I want y'all to look at it like this. The new platform, like, really, the platform is not Microsoft. It's not Xbox. Xbox is not the platform. No. The new platform is Game Pass, right? Whatever is on Game Pass... they want everywhere. That's like basically the new thing. That's like the new launcher, so to speak. They want that everywhere. That's why when he asked, will these games come to like PlayStation or whatever, he didn't want to answer. He didn't want to flat out say no. He's holding out hope that Sony will say yes. The reason why? Phil Spencer's trying to get to a certain number. And there's a certain number that if he reaches, Sony might look at and go, you know what? Yeah, you can bring that to PlayStation. That's literally what he's looking at. He's trying to get to a certain number. Right now, you're at what? Let's say 20, 25, 24 million people on Game Pass. I don't know the exact numbers, right? But when you look at that number, they're trying to double that number to look more appealing to everybody else. And at that point, it's going to be like, well, you'd be a fool not to put this on there because you got this many subscribers. Put it everywhere. You see what I'm saying? That's basically what they want. That's why he didn't want to say no to a lot of stuff. But at the same time, you do need Game Pass. You do. That's pretty much the platform. It's Game Pass. It's not Xbox. Xbox is just a way of playing, Xbox is just a way of experiencing Game Pass. You see what I'm saying? Like PC is a way to experience Game Pass. Like your phone is a way to experience whatever on Game Pass or xCloud. See what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm trying to say. The platform is no longer Xbox. It's Game Pass. Microsoft's Xbox is just a means of going through that and getting to it. That's it. That's literally it. That's what they want. And they might get there. They might actually get up there at some point. They probably will get up there. We'll see. What's up, Salty? We'll see, man. We'll definitely see. We will definitely see. Hey, Brap in the building. What's up, Enrique? What's up, bro? It's another good one right there. Check out Enrique's channel. Check out his awesome show. Good dude. Make sure you subscribe to him. But yeah, no, that's... Things have changed, man. I'm telling y'all. That's the whole moniker, man. That's the whole thing. Blaze 4K. He says that in the chat, but is he man enough to step in this chat? Is he man enough to step in the ring and get slaughtered by Brick Club live on this channel? I don't think so. Shout out Nova. It's like no one cares. Gamepass is a cult. I mean, listen. Every side, even Luca would tell you. Luca would tell you this, man. Every side has its weirdos. Every side. You're going to have those dudes who just hype up everything. I mean, seriously. They're going to have those weirdos. I mean, look at look at Salty. Salty had this dude basically wishing that he was dead in a live chat. It was crazy, bro. I saw that tweet, Salty. That's disgusting. But there are weirdos on every side. It doesn't matter where you're on. You're on PlayStation. If you're on Xbox. Especially Nintendo. Nintendo got the weirdest. I'm tearing out. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Nintendo has the weirdest fan base I have ever encountered in my life. I have never seen a company give you so less. You know what I'm saying? Like, they give you so much less and you don't call it out. But when Microsoft or Sony was to do it, you got like this big anger. You have this focus towards it. It's like, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. That is like a cult right there to me. Nintendo, like the Nintendo fanboys. The fanboys, not the fans. But the cult like mentality, that's a cult for me. I can't. No, sir. What up, blood? Blaze 4K. He gonna mute himself. Look at Def Singer. What up, Def? Can't wait to see those great indies Friday. Yo, X-Law, you be wildin', dog. What's up with you? You be wildin'. Talking about Baron. Baron's a good dude, but man, Baron been catching a lot. Yo, listen. As much as we might shit on Baron, I gotta give Baron props. Baron's out here living his dream. He over here wrestling for AEW. That's awesome. But let me tell you, man, I'm not gonna act like I didn't do it because I know for a fact Black Bond did it too. We were over here dying when this man lost to Sonny Kiss and all these other wrestlers. I'm like, bro. You're just eating finishers at this damn company right now. But at the same time, I get it. You're living your dream. It's awesome to see him on TV. But, man, that's... Oh, man. It's like I can't take Baron seriously when he be, like, defending anything. But, nah, that's the homie. Shout out to Black Baron. Oh, man. That's gonna be funny. I'm sorry. Baron be wild. Great Not Good Play. Tales games on PS3. I mean, you can download them. Download them to your PS3. Make sure they're in the folder. You know what I'm saying? All the games that you know for a fact that you want to go back and revisit, download them right now into your PS3. Have them in the folder ready to go. In fact, I would advise you to
get. Bro, you can't do that shit, man.
You can do that. You can have multiple games on your PS3.
I've tried to go to the PS3 store. This is just like a couple weeks ago, bro. I got multiple PS3s. I got one in my bedroom, so I'm like, oh, let me download a few games because I just have a feeling. I felt like Sony's already said this shit, but I guess
it kind of went under our nose, right? Yeah.
But the thing is, you pick like Need for Speed or something. You click it, you go into the game, and like where you go to the page where it shows the trailer and then it says buy for whatever price, bro. Like you could go to the PS. Anybody got a PS3? Try it right now. Maybe I'm bugging, bro, but I tried multiple different games, and when you go to the page to actually buy it, you can watch the trailer, you can fall, whatever, you can blah, blah, blah. Right. You cannot buy it. There's no
Yeah.
option to buy. So you can't buy
Yeah.
nothing on PS3 right now. Zero. Unless
Yeah.
you are, the only thing you can do, see, I owned a bunch of digital games on PS3. You can go to your download list and re-download them that way. But as of buying a new game right now on PS3, I don't think you can. Matter of fact, when I tried, I couldn't. I tried multiple different, I tried popular games, Uncharted, whatever, and nothing was popping up.
Yeah, they shouldn't know.
And bro,
like in April, I think they said April, or no, I'm sorry, not April. In summer, in the summer, it's all gonna be gone basically. Like
no, PSP is going later.
Oh, PS Vita's going later. Well, okay,
later,
but it's pretty much done. By the end of this year, we're done with all 3 platforms. Like they're not gonna.
The thing is, Big Cloud, though, like the thing I feel like if you got digital games, you can still download. Like if you own digital games, you can download them. But other than that, bro, look, I boot up my PS3. YouTube works great, shit like that. It's a great media.
Has a good web browser for PS3. Yeah, all that.
If you want PS3 exclusives, like certain games, like dude, you know what I own for PS3? Like I'm just looking, Resistance 1 through 3, right? Demon Souls at the time because there was no other play-to-play Demon Souls. I'm just trying to look out. Killzone 1 through 3, Resistance 1, 2, 3, Infamous 1, 2, shit like that. Buy those games physically. You can buy them dirt cheap, and you can buy them brand new. Just buy the games you want that are exclusive, that shit like that. If you're worried about a multi-plat, bro, there's other options. Okay, you got Xbox 360 if you want to go there. But at the end of the day, all these cool multi-plats that if you really want them, they're usually on PC. And if not, you can just get it on a different platform. But buy them physically. That's it. There's not, PS3 store going down, man. Like you know what the thing that kills me? Like y'all want to be mad about it now. Like you haven't touched the PS3 store in 20 years, so stop it.
I just said that earlier, like when dudes were, because I addressed the issue like a lot of people are having with like, let's say quote unquote renting games for $118 a year, for Gamepass. I'm like, yeah, true. $118 to rent these said games if you like that library, you like those games, versus you paying $70 and paying more in the long run just to own them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, a lot of people don't understand. Blaze and I, we go through games like crazy and we don't touch those games again. I don't go back and play those games. Like when I'm done playing a certain game, let's say it's the hottest game. Let's say Uncharted 5 came out, right? And I beat Uncharted 5 in like 2 days and I did everything. I played it. 9 times out of 10, I'm not going back to Uncharted 5. I'm moving on to the next game. That's kind of how I've always been. A lot of people a lot of people don't go back into these libraries and start playing and downloading these old games. Some people do. I'm not saying, everybody does this. I'm saying majority of us, we move on to the next big thing. Am I right or wrong, people in the chat? No. We move on to the next big thing. And that's kind of the thing too. Like,
yeah, but you're right and you're wrong, bro. Like, bro, if I didn't have a PC, bro, you know how awesome it is to download.
It is,
bro. My PC library is literally filled with all old games. Look at this: Dead Space 1, Dead Space 2, Dead Space 3. Those are all installed.
Yeah,
because I want to play through those.
I got Dead Space,
Max Payne 3,
Max Payne 2 for me, Max Payne 1. Yeah,
these are all games like I want to play again. Like I'm not saying, look. The store is one thing, but you could just go buy this is the thing. Go to GameStop now. Like I've been saying this, I made a PS3 and 360 video in 2018 and 19. I says, is it still worth it? And in that video, I'm like, GameStop are selling these. They're literally giving them out for free. Like they're bundling 5 PS3 games for $10 or $5. Buy them now. Like just go to GameStop right now and buy them while you still can. If you really, if it's that important to you, like the Resistance, the Killzones, go buy them now. All those Ratchet and Clanks, all the HD remasters are dope. Like the Metal Gears, HD ones, go buy them now.
One of the greatest games of all time that dropped on PlayStation 3. You know what I'm saying? Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. I still have that on disc. You know what I'm saying? That's fire right there. That's a classic. But man. Whew.
Like Nova gave a good example, like Deadpool. They pulled that. They were pulling that from PC, right? They pulled that from PC. Deadpool the game. And bro, all those games, like I bought Spider-Man, Web of Shadows.
Yeah.
All those Spider-Man games, right? Disney had Microsoft and Sony removed them from the stores already. because now Disney owns Spider-Man and they just want their shit up there. They don't want anything else that wasn't to do with Disney. So that's why I bought Spider-Man Web of the Shadows for like $40 pre-owned. Why? Because it's become a really rare game all of a sudden because people bought it up and they want to be able to play that game eventually.
Do you think people are gonna go to like Amazon at this point to get digital copies or whatever for these games on PS3? Maybe when they shut this officially down this summer.
Bro, they gotta buy it physically. Unless, look, if you own the games, like I said, say I own a bunch of games, I can re-download them. If you go on the store, you can re-download them. You hit the download, like you go to your download list, and you can download any game you've ever bought.
You need the store for that. The store's gonna be gone. Unless they have an option, unless they have like a library.
Okay, but you got 3 months to download,
Oh yeah, I know now. Yeah, now you can do that. Yeah, I'm saying you can do that now, but I'm saying this summer when they shut it down, the whole store, that whole option to go into that store, it's to go to your library and download is gone. Unless Sony's got like a big update plan for it, where it's like, here's a library folder of all the stuff that you actually own on PlayStation 3. You're not gonna be able to access that stuff, and that's the crazy thing. So I don't know, unless people are gonna start updating their upgrading their hard drives and start downloading every game they want. You're pretty much done at this point for PlayStation 3. Pretty much done.
And then the whole see what Xbox doing. Look, Xbox is doing a good thing. I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing that you can play the 360 games, right? But let's not act like, bro. Like I just said, Web of Shadows. I got NFL Blitz the League 2, and I got what's the other one? I think Fear 2 or Fear.
Right. Fear.
None of those games work. If I put it into my Xbox One X, they don't work. So I don't want to hear that. Oh, Microsoft the whole perception is that every game works. That's not true, bro. I got 20 games I can count that don't work when I stick it in my Xbox. So I'm still owning those games for I have to put in the 360 if I want to play some of those games. So I don't want to hear until maybe Sony's got Resistance collection coming and the Killzone collection coming. I mean, there's money to be made, man.
Yeah.
Remaster Infamous 1 and 2. Remaster the Killzones. Remake them.
I'm surprised that still has not happened. Where's the remake of Metal Gear Solid? Where's the remake? Yeah, we were talking about that before. What's up, Chris?
But more than anything,
what's up?
They got to take care of their fucking exclusives first, man. You got Resistance. Those are your exclusives. You got Killzone. Those are your exclusives. Take care of them. All those Ratchet and Clank games.
And here's the thing, too. Are they shutting down, I don't know. If they're doing this for the store, because that's like the lifeline, for the whole thing. If you're shutting down the store, then what does that mean for the actual server itself? Are the servers going down later, too? That's another thing you got to question, too. Like, how long are PSN servers going to be up for PS3, Vita, and everything? Like, how long do you have?
That depends on I guess the developer, I guess, because there's like Killzone, like when Zipper Interactive went down, there was a game I used to play, Unit 13. I used to play co-op with people. That was shut down, but you can still play Call of Duty online on the Vita right now.
Yeah, that's man. PS3, man. PS3 had a long fight, but it was a good console in the long run.
How long has the PS3 been out?
PS3 came out in 2006, right, guys? Like 2006? So,
yeah. So how many years is it?
So
do the math. Hey, let me see. Let me Google search.
17 years? It's 2021, so about 17 years. 2006? Yeah.
2006.
Somebody said 15 years. Is it 15? Or it's like 15, 17 years? Something like that? Give or take?
And what's crazy about that is the PS2, you could buy a PS2 in 2013. I went to GameStop and bought a PS2 Slim, brand new in the box at GameStop in 2013.
Yeah.
That just shows you, man. Look,
and they stopped producing.
They support their consoles, bro.
Yeah, they do. They stopped supporting the PS2 in 2012, right? It was like 2012. They stopped making them in 2012. So they really, again, there's no no one should be honestly, no one can deny Sony supported PS3 even at the darkest of times. They were committed to that console. They kept it going. Like if this was Nintendo, they would have dropped that shit and you'd have had like a PS3 V2. You know what I'm saying? And that would have been like the new console. Sony was like, nah, we're keeping this up.
I don't see these phone companies, they move on, bro. Like, hey, if you can't run the latest firmware, the latest software, that's it. You move on, bro. Only in gaming, because gaming's so important, bro. Gaming, games are like timestamps, bro. When you play a certain game and there's a certain music or you built a certain relationship with that game, it's timestamped. It's in your brain. You can't let go of it. You'll never forget that moment if it was that important to you. That's why they can't. They're playing with fire here, but I think 15 years, man. Like, what do you want, bro? Like, do you want them to keep paying for these servers, bro? The numbers don't lie. They're clearly looking at the numbers and like, look, nobody's downloading shit from PS3 unless they own the games. Nobody's buying digital game. Like, bro,
that store's been a wasteland. That store has been a wasteland. It's
a wasteland. But Big Cloud, why would you spend $20 on Uncharted 3 when you can get it on the PS4? The whole collection for free or for $20, or why would you spend? Why would you go buy Resistance 3 on the PS3 store and it's probably still $40 or $20 when you can get it at GameStop for $5?
That's true.
So fuck it, and it's a physical version. You got the physical version, bro.
That's true.
Just go buy it physically, man. Like for PS4 and PS5, it's different, man. Sony. PS4 and PS5, these games are gonna. I feel like these games are gonna remain for a long, long time because they know the future is digital, man, and they can't just say, "Oh, well, fuck your digital games." Because matter of fact, they got a digital fucking console, and they know it's important, bro. They can't just wipe away your digital library. That's why I feel like this is gonna last throughout the rest of Sony's time.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. Bray, what's up, bro? Royo, salute. My guy. But yeah, no, I agree. I agree completely. It's just like, I guess the end of an era, right? The end of a long going era, which is PlayStation 3. It really is. But nobody can take that from PlayStation. They were committed to the system. I can't fault them for being committed to it. But at the same time, it's like, damn, if you're going to shut this down, you know what I mean? You might as well just shut down the whole service as a whole. Because you're essentially just telling them, yeah, we're done.
Wait, unless Sony said before, right? I think they said you can't download games from the website anymore, but you can still use the hardware. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
So you could go to the PlayStation.com and buy a game for PS3 digitally, but they got rid of that. That's what maybe I'm getting confused with that. I don't know. I could not buy a game on PS3 when I tried, and I tried multiple times. Like 2 weeks ago, I tried to buy multiple different games multiple times, but somebody's saying, "Hey, I bought Spec Ops, bro." I fucking tried two Need for Speed games I wanted. I wanted Brothers in Arms. No, not Brother. What's the Brothers game by fucking EA? Somebody help me out. Two Brothers, you know what I'm talking about? God, one of the Bullet Dams. That game was fucking lit. I don't know what it was. Devil's Cartel.
Okay. I'm thinking of something else. I was thinking something completely else.
Something about two brothers, I think. I forgot what the fuck it was called. But anyway, EA made it. It was, I bought that, but that was like months and months ago. But now I can't seem to buy anything off it.
Yeah. You said impressions of the Snyder Cut. I thought it was good. Honestly, thought it was good. But man, 4 hours. I think they could have made that work in the theaters if they would have treated it like, obviously you've seen Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. You got part 1 and 2. They could have done that with the Snyder Cut, honestly.
Bro, how long was Titanic in the theaters? I feel like when I went to watch that, it was like 4. Hell no.
Oh, fuck.
Titanic was an hour?
Titanic was like, what?
Fucking 3 hours. Some shit like that.
I don't think Titanic was 3 hours. Titanic.
Bro, I watched that in theaters and it was long as fuck.
You probably were cringing at all the damn romance. That's probably what made it feel like it was 3 hours.
I was probably 15, bro.
Titanic. Watch time.
3 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, so don't tell me they couldn't have did it at theaters. They could have. Titanic was 3 hours and 30 minutes, and that shit came out in what? 2000 and what? 1997.
1997.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, 1997. That is true. Oh man.
Titanic came on 2 VHS tapes. God damn.
What's up, Hunter? What up? But yeah.
Yo, imagine being an Xbot, right? On the 360 days. You got your red ring of trash happening to you, right? Then you go buy Grand Theft Auto or some shit like that. You open it and you got 2 discs.
Yep.
Because they didn't want to go. They thought HD DVD was the way. So you imagine if you were an Xbox guy and you had to fucking stick in a disc to install and stick in another disc to, and then you know what I mean. You know how many this dude at GameStop told me like, yo, I used to hate when like kids would come in with their Xbox 360s, and their parent would get mad because we couldn't accept games because they would have only the install disc and not the play disc.
Yeah,
like that shit's an L, bro.
I remember that. No, I remember when in Metal Gear they made a joke about that. You remember what Adicon? When he was like, "Hey, Snake, you might want to switch the disc out." He was like, "What?" That was hilarious.
That was the thing on PS1, PS2 days. I remember doing that.
Yeah, he made a joke about it though. He's like, "Yeah, you want to switch the disc? You know, turn off your PS3 and take the disc out." Oh wait, no, we're on PS3. We don't have that option. You're good. We're on Blu-ray. Right. Technology's evolved.
Xbox 360 kicks PS3's ass in America, UK, and Australia. Okay. Hey, buddy, X-Hawk, go ahead and do me a favor, bro. Go to VG charts. Go look at what's outsold what. Let's see who sold more, PS3 or Xbox 360. Go check that for me, please.
In terms of lifelong sales, PS3.
It's not how you start Xbot. I'm gonna call you Xbot for now. It's not how you start Xbot. It's how you finish. Just because you had the lead 75% of the way, but I beat you at the end. I'd rather beat you at the end and get first place than have you winning throughout the race and then me lose at the last second. You lost at the end of the day. PS3 outsold Xbox 360 global, period. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah, here comes Coon. Here comes the backup. God damn, man. Educate you.
Coon be wild in the chat. But I
like Coon. Coon's
cool wild. But, man, I don't know, man. I don't even know. Like, even with the whole situation, I don't know. It's hard to really say what's gonna happen. Hard to say. PS3 is pretty much done. We already knew this. Vita's done. They already been stopped and supported that. Vita's done. What else is next?
I mean, Vita. You know what the crazy thing? Vita still has like little indies coming out for it. That's what's crazy.
Does it?
Yeah. And the limited run was supporting Vita for a long time. Like there was like physical releases coming out for the Vita. Like JRPGs were coming out for the Vita. That's what's crazy. But the Wii also both.
That's true.
The Wii.
That's true. The Wii sold like what 120 mil, 115, something like that, like 100 mil.
It was all because of like Wii Sports bowling and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Wii Sports is the greatest selling, like side game or bundled game. I think that's what it was called.
Bro, that was the best game when you'd bring a girl over. Like, hey, do you want to play like bowling? Like you break the ice with that shit.
They had like the most genius marketing campaign. Cause remember, they didn't even they hardly showed kids or young adults playing. They showed old senior citizens playing.
You know what's crazy? X-Hawk, by the way. X-Hawk, look at this. Listen, if you couldn't beat PlayStation, right? When they fucking put out a console that was $600, okay, $800 depending on the market, $600, right? No exclusive games. We had no Rumble. Remember, PlayStation was telling, "Hey, Rumble's not the way," because they were in a lawsuit and they eventually got the Rumble. Then PlayStation gets hacked, right? They get hacked. All that bad press. They were the fucking PSN was out for like damn near a fucking year. If you can't beat Sony, then they're never gonna beat PlayStation ever. Not now. Especially not now.
Shout out to the indie gamer in the chat. What is up, my guy? What is going on? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. But yeah, I agree too. That was like the worst launch of all times. I mean, people argue about Xbox. That's literally one of the worst launches I've ever seen. $600. You only had one game that showed off the power. All the other ports look like trash, including Mobile Suit Gundam Crossfire. You remember that, Blaze?
Bro, I do.
That was one of the most terrible ports I have ever seen. It was terrible. The water in Mobile Suit Gundam looked like it looked like a sheet that was just moving up and down with the waves.
It was PS2, bro.
But it was terrible. Horrible. And then we got to Killzone 3 looks incredible. still, right? It looks
Incredible.
Today.
Killzone
But the
2
thing
looks
is,
incredible.
when you look at it now in today's time, right? You see all the screen tearing. You know what I'm saying? You see all that stuff. You're like, damn. Like your eyes have adjusted to screen tearing and stuff. It's like, bro, that's.
You know what you seen? You seen Gears of War 3 come out, and like, you know, listen, the developers maxed out, like they couldn't do anything more than Gears of War 3. Like what I mean is like they had no more room, no more headroom. Like Gears of War 3 were the best Xbox exclusive we're gonna look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
PlayStation eventually continued. Their exclusives started to surpass. Like, damn, like, yo, once you started seeing the Uncharted's coming out, you're like, whoa.
Uncharted
like,
saved them. Uncharted saved them. With the first Uncharted game, it was like I remember it won best because I remember that E3 like it was yesterday when they were showing off, you know, like he was opening Francis's diary in the first one. They was like, oh, that was the best, you know, PS3 game at the time, you know, when they were doing the game of show basically. And after the game came out, I think it got like an 80 or something on Metacritic, and everybody was okay. What's next for PlayStation? Out of nowhere, Uncharted 2 blows us all the fuck away and puts this platform on like a new level in terms of this like immersion. You know what I'm saying? Like Uncharted put PlayStation literally on the map. That was it.
That's
like PS3. It saved
fact.
the PS3. That was their save. That was their Master Chief. Like Nathan Drake was their Master Chief. That was the system seller that they needed. They really needed it.
Yo, the cool Killzone Mercenary. The best. That was a Vita game, but Yo, Big Cloud, when you get a chance to look up Killzone Mercenary, look up some footage, bro. That shit looks incredible.
Killzone Mercenary?
That's a Vita. That's one of the best Killzone games, and it's a Vita game. I swear to God, I'm not even just saying that, bro.
Let's see.
It was great.
I could put it on the screen. Hold on.
Yeah, man, that shit was great, bro. Whenever somebody says, hey, I bought a Vita, what game should I buy? I always tell them, number one is Killzone. Buy Killzone Mercenary. That's the number one game I tell them. You know, with the Uncharted Golden Abyss and shit. Like, that's another game, Uncharted Golden Abyss. Look, that was made by Ben Studios, but guess what? It's still a great little Uncharted, bro. It's a handheld Uncharted, bro. That's never got ported, you know? That probably will never get ported. They'll never remake that game.
Killzone Mercenary. Okay. There it is on the screen. Pretty sure y'all can see that. I don't have volume coming through it, but I can turn volume on. There you go. This you were talking about?
What is this, a trailer?
No, it's gameplay. It's gameplay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Bro, this is on a fucking Vita, bro.
That's
Come
crazy.
on, bro. It looks like a PS3 game, for real.
Yeah, looks good. It does look good.
Man, this game, bro, I remember fucking on that OLED screen, man.
You know what the Killzone blew me away though? And I wasn't never really a Killzone guy. So when we first
look at the blood splatter.
When we first saw Shadow Fall, people.
Of course, yeah. Shadow Fall is fresh in our mind.
Yeah. Killzone Shadow Fall. Whoops. PS4.
Yeah, Killzone Mercenary, man, I swear to God. If you get a Vita, man, that's the other thing, bro. People that never bought a Vita, like if you're gonna buy a Vita, like you might be a little late. You might, because they're starting to go up in price.
Yeah.
But if you want to get something like games and shit, buy it now, man. You can still get a few of them brand new on Amazon if you're lucky. But hey, don't listen to me.
Yeah, Shadowfall was great to look at. It was awesome.
Bro, they never this could have used a PS4 Pro patch though. It really should have had one.
Surprised they didn't. Yeah, I agree.
It's 60 FPS.
Oh, is it on PS4?
Yeah.
On PS5, I mean.
PS4, I believe it's 60 on the multiplayer only, but with the PS5, it just raw power. Because I think Killzone Shadowfall runs at an unlocked frame rate. So with the PS5's raw power, it just pushes through and hits 60. Killzone is 60 FPS on the PS5, the campaign and all that. Yo, there was some missions on Killzone. Listen, I don't know if y'all beat Killzone Shadowfall, but Killzone Shadowfall has some fucking annoying, tedious fucking missions, man. Like, I swear to God that
Yeah, I heard if you
that
played
was
on
so
the
like the
hardest
flying
difficulty.
missions and shit. Oh
Yeah.
my god, like
I heard
so
if you played it
annoying.
like it plays like Call of Duty. When you put it on like the hardest difficulty, the game will like just throw everything at you. Like they're all just focused on you, type of thing. Like all the enemies. Like it's like COD. Oh man, good times, man. Good times.
What a game, man.
Good times.
PS4, man. This. Listen, man. I bought a PS4 because I
times.
thought SOCOM would come back, and it never did. But I'm not gonna lie, man. When I seen Killzone Shadow Fall, I was buying a PS4 regardless, right? But this shit stamped it. Just like Xbox, Rise, Son of Rome.
Anybody getting into that? Is anybody getting into that game now? Now that you got
Which one?
more archers, the new one.
Are you out of your fucking mind,
Bro, dude just talking about, so that game has, I think it was Anubis, right? He was, this game is fire. It's got nothing but life. I'm like, bro, ain't nobody playing that. So you got a bunch of archers. That was your new DLC. They still have not dropped Spider-Man, but they announced Black Panther. Yeah, they announced Black Panther.
They're only announcing Black Panther to draw people in, bro.
That's it. Like, it's Black Panther. Why not just do a separate game for Black Panther? That was just dumb to me.
Exactly. Make a separate fucking game. Now we're talking. You know what I mean? Look, and then Spider-Man, like, what do you think? Like, oh, Spider-Man's going to come to, like, Spider-Man's going to be a toned-down Spider-Man. Like, it's not going to feel like how we play Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like, get out of here.
Yeah. It's, I don't know.
You know what? Rev sent me, like, $50, and at the time, before, like, we seen it, like, we bought it, we pre-ordered it, right? We bought the digital deluxe and everything, bro. We never downloaded it. I never played it. Now, granted, this shit runs at 4K. It's in the resolution mode. It's like the 4K. It's 60 FPS. Like, if you're gonna play it, I guess play it now. But I don't know. I guess my backlog is way. I'm way over my head with games, man. I ain't got time.
Still on backlogs. Should have seen my shit. Good God.
I mean, Big Cloud, think about it. You have a backlog on PS4 and PS5, right? Could you and PC? Now times that. Now add Xbox, Switch, and
Yeah. He says the Black Panther voice actor sounds like Christopher Judge, aka Kratos. Did he? Let me see. Black Panther.
It could be him. Who knows?
Let me see. Black
I don't even know who it is.
Panther.
Yeah, what a great casting they did for God of War, bro. He's perfect, man. He's perfect for it.
Yeah, he's great.
Peggy 16.
Who makes this game, by the way? Was it Square?
Square Enix.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna get
Crystal Dynamics. That's why that Tomb Raider wasn't made by Crystal Dynamics. It was made by somebody else because they were busy making this shit.
You have the men. You have the tech. All you need now is me. Full-scale invasion.
He doesn't really sound like him. He don't really sound like him. I don't know.
He says Avengers is still has a better love story than Anthem. I'm like, look, if something is better than Anthem, it's not saying much. No offense to Anthem, you know what I mean?
Wakanda does look badass, though. I will admit. Wakanda looks badass. And that suit he's got on right there looks really good, too. Very nice suit. I do like that. Now, imagine this was a standalone game and Insomniac open world and Insomniac was making this. Tell me y'all wouldn't lose y'all shit if y'all saw Insomniac Games across the title and you saw this as the main character.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks good, man. Like the visuals weren't the problem with the game. Like the game looks fucking good. It just, I don't know. You gotta play this shit with somebody too.
The gameplay was lackluster. There wasn't much to it. They tried so much to throw. They tried to throw so much shit in there. It didn't work for that game. That's what it was. It just didn't work, man. And honestly, I don't know. I'm just confused as everybody else on that one. It's like, bro, missed opportunities. Serious missed opportunities. Anyway, back to this though. So what do you think Sony's going to do once they do this in the summer, bro? Do you think PS Now is going to go through a bigger change?
Bro, PS Now...
Because it's not a good option,
needs
right?
to fucking die, bro.
You say it needs to die? No, it needs to be repackaged.
Yeah,
it needs to be redone,
bro,
revised.
Listen, if I can't download a PS3 game, I don't want to play it, bro. I don't want to play your PS3 game. Look, the resolution on those PS3 games are usually 720 and below. There's a few 1080i games, right? 1080p games, right? But for the most part, they're 720. Now you're streaming this shit, right? On top of that, bro, do you understand the compression you're going to get? Not only that, the input lag, and if you don't got outstanding internet, it's a wash, bro. Like, I'd rather have the physical game and play it on my PS3, period. Like,
I mean, I can test, like, you know, it's funny. I can test that for everybody in the chat if y'all want. I can stream Resistance 1 if y'all want. I can go through the Resistance game and see just how bad it is if y'all want to do it.
Bro, Resistance is bad on the regular hardware.
Yeah.
You're not just like it's bad on the regular hardware.
It's bad. It's not. I
can't imagine fucking streaming.
Especially when you press, man. Oh man, that is bad. It's not a good look. Shit, what else did they do? Fuck, what else is on the store? I mean,
yeah, they could get some Vita games, but
Vita, nah. I don't know, bro. He said, do it. I mean, I can stream it for sure. Well, I could definitely do it. I can most certainly do it. When we can see just how bad it is, you know, I'll be live streaming it. Shout out to I think we had like 170 people here at one point. Hey, shout out to you guys. Hit that like button. Let's get 100 likes. I appreciate y'all. It's good to see everybody back here on this channel. That's for sure. It's good to see everybody. Also, do me a huge favor. Make sure that bell icon is ticked and it's on all so you guys won't miss anything. Cause you already know your boy's back in full effect. We got a lot to talk about. Even when it's dry, we're gonna be doing a lot of things different for you guys, especially for RGT. We're gonna be bringing back those good classic conversations. Let's keep it a buck. Hearing the same thing over and over gets repetitive. Am I right?
I mean, you already know that, man. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it gets repetitive. So you're gonna get a lot more from us in this channel. What up, Loon? What's up, brother? He said, just do it. All right. We gonna stream it. We gonna get that Resistance 1 going after this for sure. Sony are starting to push PlayStation Now, offering me $15 wallet funds if took a year sub out with them. Oh, they are. So they are offering PlayStation. See? He says Skate 4. I didn't play Skate 4. I played Skate 3 and Skate 2. Skate 2 was really, really good. And I got into Skate 3 a little bit more too, but I didn't beat Skate 3. I beat Skate 2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, those are good games. Those are underrated games. Haven't played Tony Hawk Pro Skater, though. I think that's what it was, the new one. I didn't play that. Heard that was good, too.
They did such a good job with that shit.
Yeah, I heard good things. It looked good. Definitely looked good. Meds Medina, what up? You said it's not bad on PlayStation Now?
Who said that?
You'd be surprised, Sam. You'd be surprised, bro, how bad it is. It's not perfect. I remember when I was using it, bro. When I remember I used it at the beginning, right? Because I was like, okay, that's so cool. We can stream the games. Everything was pixelated for one, and also there was this delay when you press the PlayStation button to go and look at your trophies. Like if you got an achievement, you had to go and look at your stuff. It came out so weird. It was always this crazy delay, bro. It was bad. It really was bad.
You know what drives me nuts? They're basically emulating a PS3 running on the PS4.
It's in the server,
why can't they just fucking emulate the game and upscale the resolution? Like, why can't they just... If they're going through that extent, why can't they just let us fucking... I don't want to even argue about it.
I mean, you bringing up that when Sony wasn't even prepared for their online service when they first got into it. Remember that? Their whole online service was bare bones when they first launched PlayStation 3. They never thought the online out through at all. They didn't even have proper security measures in play. They never had it because they didn't expect, it to be a big deal. I'm like, bro, if Microsoft is stepping up at that time, if Microsoft is setting a new precedent with online gaming with Xbox Live, you best to put your best foot forward to compete. You don't just throw out a half-ass service that's free. I mean, granted, that was the biggest thing about it people were supporting PlayStation for, was the fact that it was what? It was free. But even when PlayStation Plus was offered, nobody was subscribing to PlayStation Plus. Hardly anybody. Compared to numbers now, hardly anybody, if you want to put it like that. So they weren't prepared at all.
PlayStation Plus on the PS3 was fucking an incredible value, bro.
I never got into it.
Bro, and then when the PS Vita came out, bro, you were getting game. You'd buy a game for PS3 and then get the game for the Vita. And then when the PS4 came out, there was a PS4 version. So you were getting 3 games.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great, man.
You were eating good if you were over there on the Vita.
Cross-play.
That's true. You were eating good if you were over there on the Vita. They kept it going. But man, man. All right. I guess I'll end this on this. I'm ending this on a gaming topic, and I'm gonna ask the chat just so everybody jumps in for this one. Since we're pretty much saying goodbye to the store on PSN we're saying bye to PSN on PS3, Vita, and PSP, the store that is. What was your top 5 games on the PlayStation 3, Vita, and PSP? Let's hear that. For me, I'll start with PSP. I'll say Liberty City Stories for PSP. That's one. Dragon Ball Z Budokai. I think it was... forgot the name of it. It was Budokai on that. Ape Escape Academy for the Vita. NFL Streets. And my last favorite one for the Vita, I would have to say... I'm not sure what Tekken was this. I don't think it was Tekken 5. It was either Tekken. It was Tekken. No, it was Tekken Revengeance that was on the Vita, and it played like it was incredible on Vita. I played that on the go. So those are my top 5 for the Vita. When it came to PS3, without a doubt, Uncharted 2, absolutely. Later, Rich Wack, but Uncharted 3. I'm sorry, no, Uncharted 2. Well, I said Uncharted 3. Uncharted 2. Metal Gear Solid 4. Resistance 1. What else on PS3? So many damn games on PS3 that are fire. God of War 3. And... oh, man. Where's that last one? This right, I'm a little stuck on this one. There's so many good ones. I'm going to say Dead Space 2 for PS3. What was yours, Bliss?
Yeah, the Vita was Mercenaries. Yeah, I would say. I mean, am I doing one? Or
No, 5. Top 5 for each platform. You owned all 3.
Top 5 for the Vita. I'll give it Mercenaries, Unit 13, Golden Abyss. Man,
it's so many good ones. Yeah, it's
Persona 4 Golden.
Okay.
I put like 90 to 100 hours. I never even beat the game, but it was still good. That's what got Persona 4 Golden, like all its props. Let me look at my library here.
See, he got his library on the side. So much at FIFA 14, FIFA 12.
Oh yeah.
Metal Gear 4, Black Ops 2, God of War 3. Okay. Alfonso, what's up, brother? Meta, what's up? EMP, what up, bro?
Velocity 2X was great.
Velocity 2X was underrated. It was a super fast game. It was really, really good. And that was an indie, too. That was an indie game.
Yeah, it was great.
It was really, really good. I actually
for it.
platinumed that one. I actually loved it that much. You know what? Another game, though, that was kind of underrated and a lot of people didn't try out for because it was an indie game. I don't know if you played it. It was called Dust and Elysian Tale. Did you play that?
Dust and Elysian Tale. That's a download only, right?
I think so, yeah. Or you might be able to buy that in store. I'm not sure. But I know it was Dusk and Elysian Tale. That's another game that was underrated. It was really, really good. On
But PSP, man. Shit, man. My number one game, I remember playing Crisis Core.
Ooh.
Final Fantasy Crisis Core. That was fucking incredible, bro. I remember just loving that.
Okay.
Bro, the PSP was like, because it didn't have another joystick. Like, they had Resistance Liberation on that. It was cool and shit, but like, without the other joystick.
Yeah.
It was just weird shooting games, you know. But they had, I love SOCOM, Fireteam Bravo, 1 and 2, and then I liked what was the other one? What was that fucking racing game, bro? They had, I think it was Need for Speed Carbon on that, and then Burnout. What the fuck was it called? Burnout Destruction. What the fuck was that Burnout game? But they had the Burnout Classic game. You know how you drive into traffic and fucking just.
Yeah.
You try to get the highest score by causing the biggest accident. I don't know if you guys remember that. That's the Burnout I like. I know people remember Paradise and shit, but I'm talking about back in the day, like Burnout. That's what Burnout was. But yeah, bro. You know, the PS3. You didn't even say The Last of Us, bro. That was shit. Uncharted 2, Last of Us.
I forgot about The Last of Us. Damn, that's right. I would definitely put Last of Us on the list. Absolutely, Last of Us was amazing. On PS.
Metal Gear, bro. I
put Metal Gear 4. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4 was on my list.
No. Metal Gear Acid on the PSP, bro. That game was fucking incredible, bro. That game's awesome. Yeah, thank you for that one, bro.
Did you play the one with Raiden only? What was it, Revengeance? Did you play that one?
For what, Metal Gear?
Yeah, Metal Gear Revenge. It was just strictly like Raiden. He was the main guy you play as. You had to cut through stuff.
I don't. Oh, you talking about
or Revengeance or I forgot the name. It starts with an R. It's Metal Gear's R something.
Yeah. I got that on PC. Yeah, that's the hack and slash.
Yeah, the hack and slash one. Yeah, that was when you play as Raiden. But that one was good.
Burnout Takedown. That's what it was. Yeah, that shit was crazy. But you know, the PS3. Yeah, Last of Us, Uncharted 2, God of War 3 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Resistance 3.
Okay.
Fucking love Resistance 3.
I like 2 more than I like 3. Well, actually, no, I like me personally, I think the first one just was the perfect because it told the perfect story. You know what I mean? Like the illustration, how dark it was. It just felt gritty. I don't know. Part 1 is just so good in my honest opinion. Part 2, I thought they stepped up drastically. Like they made me scared of water in Part 2 because you remember the Furies that be in the water. Those little mermaid, little chimera that you can't you can't kill. By the way, you can't kill them. That was
but
thing,
three was just refined, man. I remember playing the multiplayer. I just had a lot of fun with it. And then I would have to say, I'd have to give it to Killzone 3 too, bro. It's just I enjoyed all that. And SOCON Confrontation. Just there's too many to add, you know.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Acid was ass, bro. What are you even talking about? That was such like a cool little like. I want to call it a spin-off, but it was so fucking cool, man.
Yeah. Man, that's such a good gen. It was a good gen. It had a rough start, but man, it's a good gen. I'm glad you enjoy it, Hunter. Glad you're having fun. I'm going to go ahead and announce this real quick. If you guys are interested, I'm going to do a giveaway for you guys on Friday. We reached over 3,000 followers on Twitter, so I'm going to make it known on Twitter as well. If you follow me on Twitter, links in the description below. If you don't, I'm going to be giving away 2 $100 codes. So one's going to be for Xbox and one is going to be for PSN. And we're going to announce the winners on RGT Friday. So I want to get back to you guys for over 3,000 followers. As far as the channel is concerned, you already know I'll be back on my grind as usual. So just make sure you stay tuned. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this, obviously. Make sure that bell icon is ticked. It says all, so you won't miss everything. And man, it's literally good to be back home. It's
Would you get 3,000 on what?
On Twitter. Over 3,000 followers on
Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah, over 3,000 followers. So we're gonna celebrate that with you all Friday. We're getting close to 10K, so I wanted to do something big for 10K. I know that was the big milestone, but the thing is, I can't guarantee I can get my hands on the PS5. That was the big thing I wanted to do back when we first.
Yeah, bro, throw that out the window.
But that really is something I can't commit to because there's no way I can guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? I can't guarantee you'll get a PS5 or anybody can get one. So that's probably something I'll save for another milestone later down the road if possible. But yeah, 10,000 subs, we're going to do something even bigger. But for now, that's what we're doing for you guys on Friday. So make sure you guys tune in. You won't miss anything. And yeah, it's good to be back, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's good to be back. Felt great to be back on this microphone. It's good to see everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody who kept me in their prayers. My mom's doing a lot better. She's fine. I feel great. We're both fine. It's been a nice long journey, or it's been a cool journey to recovery, and it's just good to be back in front of all of you. So love you guys. Thank you guys for coming through. And you already know your boy Big Cloud ain't going nowhere. So I appreciate it. Shout out to Blaze 4K. Make sure you guys check us out on his channel. We do it Saturdays. That's I guess. It's a Saturday. What day is it?
Saturday. Big Cloud, bro. Holy fuck, bro.
One day do you do
Tuesday, man.
Oh, Tuesday. It's Tuesdays. Make sure you tune in on his channel Tuesday every other week for the Solid Cast. So you can catch Solid Rev, me, Blaze, and Meds talking about gaming as well, so you won't miss that. All right, I'm actually gonna get I'm gonna try to get Rev on here one of these days, so y'all keep your eyes open for that. All right, but I'm gonna shut this down. Blaze, go ahead and do your outro, brother. Where can they find you?
You can find me in the hood, dog.
All right.
Bro, you can find me with a VR headset right now, bro. That's where you can find me.
How did that work? Did that work? That Oculus thing? Did you buy Oculus?
The Oculus Quest, bro. So you don't need a PC. You don't need anything. You can play it literally in your driveway as long as you got internet. It's built in, bro. You got cameras all around you and shit. It's crazy. It's good. But the good thing is you can play like the Oculus games, but then you can play it and you can play Steam games. So you got best of both worlds. And for $300, it's a beautiful entry price. And the controllers, if you're coming from PSVR, with your light up dildo sticks, these controllers are night and day better, bro. So it's just it's good, man. I recommend it. I would definitely recommend it. But yeah, man, Solid Cast Tuesdays, bi-weekly, every other Tuesday. Come on by. It's a good show. It's a little bit different because it's not weekly, so we might have some topics that we're a little bit older or some fresh topics. It just depends on what happens for news. But it's dry out here anyway. So
it really is.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. I'll see you Friday.
All right. Guys, this is Big Cloud. As always, shout out to everybody in this chat. We'll see you guys again come this Friday. We love you guys, though. All right.